In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on December 13, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Atlanta Hawks versus Toronto Raptors. On the upcoming matchup between the Atlanta Hawks and the Toronto Raptors at Scotiabank Arena this Wednesday night, basketball enthusiasts are in for a thrilling showdown. Both teams are grappling with recent struggles, setting the stage for a competitive battle that promises excitement and intensity. The Atlanta Hawks, currently in a challenging phase, aim to reverse their fortune after a disappointing loss to the Denver Nuggets. Despite the setback, the Hawks exhibited flashes of brilliance, with Bogdanovic's remarkable season-high 40-point performance leading the charge. The team's initial dominance, marked by a 36-point first quarter, was eclipsed by the Nuggets' scoring spree in the second and third quarters, leaving the Hawks trailing by 20 points. With a 9-13 record, the Hawks find themselves in the third spot in the Southeast Division, trailing the Miami Heat and Orlando Magic. Meanwhile, the Toronto Raptors share a similar struggle, having lost 6 of their last 7 games. Their recent encounter with the New York Knicks ended in a 136-130 defeat. Despite standout performances from Og Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, Scotty Barnes, and Dennis Schroeder, the Raptors' solid shooting percentages were not enough to overcome a pivotal 7-0 run by the Knicks at the start of the fourth quarter. As the Hawks prepare for this crucial matchup, uncertainties loom over their roster. DeAndre Hunter is listed as questionable, potentially leaving the team shorthanded. On the Raptors' side, the availability of Otto Porter Jr. and Chris Boucher adds an element of suspense to the game. The narrative of the Hawks' last encounter with the Nuggets takes a dramatic turn with Trae Young's ejection, highlighting the intense emotions on the court. Young's dismissal and coach Quinn Snyder's technical foul underscored the team's frustration. Young, known for playing with a chip on his shoulder, is expected to channel that energy against the Raptors, who have struggled against Eastern Conference opponents. In their quest for redemption, the Atlanta Hawks view this game as a golden opportunity, especially considering their competitive performance on the road, where they maintain a .500 record for the season. On the other hand, the Toronto Raptors face a challenging period, dropping 4 consecutive games, including recent losses to the Hornets and the Knicks at home. Analyzing the team's offensive prowess, the Hawks emerge as the superior squad, averaging 118 points per 100 possessions compared to the Raptors' 112 points. The Hawks' proficiency beyond the arc, shooting 37% for the season, becomes a key factor, especially considering the Raptors' 24th rank in three-point defense. With these considerations, the Atlanta Hawks are poised to cover the spread as underdogs, making them our full-game side pick. Bogdanovic's standout performance against the Nuggets, coupled with his ability to step up in Trae Young's absence, adds depth to the Hawks' offensive capabilities. Despite uncertainties surrounding DeAndre Hunter's availability, the Hawks remain confident in their scoring abilities, averaging 121 points in their last 5 games. In contrast, the Raptors have struggled defensively, conceding 119 and 136 points in their last 2 matchups. The expectation of a fast-paced game, with the Hawks ranking 3rd in NBA pace, sets the stage for increased scoring opportunities for both teams. In essence, basketball enthusiasts can anticipate a riveting clash between the Atlanta Hawks and the Toronto Raptors, with both teams eager to break free from their recent slumps and assert their dominance on the court. The dynamics of player availability, offensive prowess, and the potential for high-scoring action create an intriguing narrative for this upcoming matchup. Over the projected total is our full-game total pick. Memphis Grizzlies versus Houston Rockets. The highly anticipated clash between the Memphis Grizzlies and the Houston Rockets is set to unfold on Wednesday, December 13th, marking the commencement of a riveting back-to-back game series. The dynamics of this matchup are intriguing, with the Grizzlies striving to regain momentum after losing 3 of their last 4 games leading up to this clash. Memphis, currently struggling with a 6-16 record, has encountered challenges in the initial months of the season. On the flip side, the Houston Rockets, boasting an 11-9 overall record, present a formidable force on their home turf, having triumphed in 10 consecutive home games. This streak has propelled them to a commendable 10-1 record when playing in front of their home crowd. The Rockets have demonstrated consistency, winning 5 of their last 8 games, indicating a team finding its rhythm. Delving into the specifics of the Grizzlies' recent performance, they find themselves in a slump, having lost 7 of their last 10 games. Their hopes of snapping a 2-game skid were thwarted by the short-handed Mavericks in a hard-fought 120-113 loss. Despite a valiant effort from Jaren Jackson Jr., who contributed 41 points, the team faced a deficit after allowing the Mavericks to amass 67 points in the first half. The Grizzlies rallied in the fourth quarter but ultimately fell short. Contrastingly, the Rockets are enjoying a resurgence, riding a 3-game win streak. Their recent triumph over the Spurs showcased a balanced performance, with Tari Eason leading in scoring with 18 points and 14 rebounds off the bench. Despite a subpar shooting night, the Rockets relied on a strong defensive display to secure a comfortable 93-82 victory. In terms of player availability, the Grizzlies continue to be hampered by injuries, with Marcus Smart and Luke Kennard sidelined. The Rockets, on the other hand, are closely monitoring the status of Amen Thompson and Tari Eason, both questionable for the upcoming game. The betting landscape reveals intriguing statistics, with the Rockets emerging as one of the best bets in the NBA, boasting a 72.2% coverage and against the spread record, ranking 3rd in the league. Houston's dominance extends to their last 10 home games, all of which they won and covered, showcasing the prowess of their young core on home court. Defensive excellence, led by Dillon Brooks and Jabari Smith Jr., positions the Rockets at 5th in the NBA for defensive efficiency, while the Grizzlies languish at 27th in offensive efficiency. The Grizzlies' struggles persist, especially on the road, where they have lost 6 of their 11 games. The Rockets, with greater continuity in their program, seize the opportunity to exploit the Grizzlies' vulnerabilities, particularly in the absence of star player Ja Morant. Examining the point spread, the Rockets' recent performances, and the Grizzlies' injury woes, the text emphasizes a strong leaning towards Houston. Despite the perceived heaviness of the line, the prediction stands firm. The Rockets are expected to win and cover the spread as favorites against the depleted Grizzlies team. Shifting focus to the on-court dynamics, the clash between the Grizzlies' 27th-ranked defense and the Rockets' 5th-best defense promises an intriguing matchup. The Grizzlies' recent reliance on standout performances, such as Jaren Jackson Jr.'s 41-point outburst, raises doubts about their ability to consistently score against the formidable Rockets' defense. The Rockets, with players like Jabari Smith Jr. capable of limiting outside shooting, present a challenging defensive proposition. Both teams exhibit a deliberate pace of play, with Houston's 27th-ranked tempo and Memphis ranking 20th. The absence of Ja Morant has altered the Grizzlies' playing style, with Desmond Bane assuming a pivotal role as the top scorer. This shift results in a slower offensive tempo for Memphis. Anticipating a defensive battle and considering the recent trends, under the projected total is our full-game total pick. The Rockets' impressive defensive displays, reflected in their last 4 games going under the total, contribute to this projection. The Grizzlies' offensive struggles and the pace of the game reinforce the likelihood of the under-hitting. Indiana Pacers versus Milwaukee Bucks. The Indiana Pacers are gearing up for a challenging matchup as they hit the road to face the Milwaukee Bucks at Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Currently holding a respectable record of 13-8 this season, the Pacers find themselves occupying the 5th spot in the highly competitive Eastern Conference. On the other side, the Milwaukee Bucks stand strong in the 3rd position with a commendable 16-7 record. Last season, the Bucks asserted their dominance by winning 3 out of 4 games against the Pacers. Recently, the Indiana Pacers showcased their prowess with an impressive 4-game win streak, only to be halted by the Los Angeles Lakers in a 123-109 defeat on Saturday. Despite the setback, standout performances from Tyrese Halliburton, who led the team with 20 points and 11 assists, along with notable contributions from Benedict Mathurin and Obi Toppin, demonstrated the Pacers' offensive capabilities. However, the Lakers managed to pull away in the 4th quarter with a decisive 17-5 run. Meanwhile, the Milwaukee Bucks continue to impress, securing victories in 11 of their last 14 games. Their latest triumph came in a hard-fought 133-129 overtime win against the Chicago Bulls, where Giannis Antetokounmpo spearheaded the charge with 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. Despite their offensive firepower, the Bucks struggled defensively, allowing the Bulls to force overtime before sealing the narrow victory with an 8-1 run. As both teams prepare to face off, the Pacers remain shorthanded with Jalen Jalen Smith sidelined, while the Bucks will be without Chris Livingston and Pat Connaughton. Although the Bucks are the favored home team, their defensive struggles, evident in their 9-13-1 against the spread record, could pose a challenge against the Pacers' potent offense. The Pacers have already demonstrated their ability to trouble the Bucks, securing 2 wins earlier in the season, including a recent upset as 5.5-point underdogs. While acknowledging the Bucks' desire for redemption after their recent loss to the Pacers, the prevailing sentiment is that the game will be closely contested. The Pacers, despite their recent defeat to the Lakers, have proven resilient, and their previous successes against the Bucks make them a well-valued choice. Anticipating a competitive match decided by a slim margin, our pick here leans towards the Indiana Pacers covering the spread as underdogs, providing us with value with the free buckets. Considering the high over-under line of 259 points, there's skepticism about the game reaching such heights. In their 2 matchups this season, neither contest surpassed 251 points, despite both teams being known for their fast-paced style of play. While the Bucks and Pacers boast impressive offensive capabilities, the expectation is for the game to hover closer to the 250-point mark rather than surpassing the lofty 259-point projection. Therefore, our full game total pick leans towards the under, emphasizing a more conservative estimate for the final score. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.